Right now, an appeals court ruling last week in Kansas lets a drug offender, somebody who sold cocaine, and he's also an illegal alien, lets him off the hook because his illegal status cannot be held against him. Are illegal aliens clear once they're over the border? Ira Mellman is president of the Federation for American Immigration Reform. He's in Seattle. And Michael Wilds is an immigration attorney and the mayor of Englewood, New Jersey. And they both join us live. Ira, what do you think about this case? So the guy got into the country. He was not detected. He's selling cocaine. One judge in Kansas says, I'm going to put you in jail because you're in the country illegally. But then the appeals court says, you can't do that because he wouldn't. It's a crazy thing.
Yeah, I mean, basically what the judge in Kansas said was that because we didn't catch him entering the country illegally, therefore he's home free, which is a little like saying, if you don't catch me breaking into your house, once I'm in the living room, I'm pretty much free to stay and help myself to what's ever in your house. The fact of the matter is, entering the country illegally is an offense. Being in this country is an offense. You are subject to removal. And if somebody is in the country legally and violates a law in this country, they can be removed. Certainly somebody who is illegally in the country ought to be removed. And the feds need to just step in and trump the state of Kansas. All they have to do is go in, take the guy, and deport him. And the state of Kansas can't do anything about it.
Michael, that seems logical.
It's a heinous crime. This gentleman actually had his child selling cocaine.
Right.
Citizen or non-citizen, he should be removed from this country once he serves his time. There are policy considerations to make sure that people actually serve the time.
Right.
Traditionally, though, our government has looked upon immigration and criminal laws with different standards. The truth is that when a person enters the United States, it is a crime, but their continued presence here isn't. The court here, in a very nuanced way, actually put him in jail because he said if I release him on probation, he's going to be actually breaking a law. The court then reversed the judge, and again, it's up to Congress to make the laws. The court reversed the judge and said, you can't treat this person differently.
Ira, this is nuts.
It is, and you know what? None of these judges are ever held accountable when something goes wrong. I mean, there was just a case a few weeks ago in Newark, New Jersey, where the guy was in the country illegally, he was put back out on the streets, and now you have 3 dead college kids.
Well, this is a very different case, and sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you. In Newark, you had somebody who killed somebody, and then the authorities, the local authorities, didn't bother calling the immigration authorities, who then would have summarily taken him off the street, and he shouldn't have been on the street in the first place there.
Exactly.
This is a different circumstance because
this is the guy who was actually convicted of a crime.
Absolutely.
He pled guilty to cocaine distribution, and therefore he has committed a crime. Even if he was a legal immigrant to the United States, he would be subject to deportation.
Here's the thing, Mr. Mellman, and in all truth, Steve, the Congress has not made this a criminal act. Until 1986, if you employed a housekeeper or somebody in your business without the authority, it was never a violation, and it still only remains a violation. It has never risen to a level of criminality. If it does, we then have 12 million people in America without a resource to incarcerate or remove them. So we have to be careful that Congress makes these laws, because right now they've made laws, and their deafening silence from Washington has left local courts and jurisdictions incapable of dealing with these nuances.
Because Ira, they don't enforce them.
Right. It may not be a criminal offense, but it doesn't mean that a judge in Kansas should turn this guy back out onto the streets after he's been convicted of a crime, and it doesn't mean he has the right to stay just because we didn't catch him coming across that border.
And Steve, you said it right. This thing is
two separate offenses here.
This thing is absolutely nuts. A guy convicted of cocaine is getting more rights the way things are rolling now.
Right, and the guy's out now. Ira Mellman and Michael Wilds, we thank you both for joining us live this morning. All right.
Thanks.
Half past the top of the hour, straight ahead. Dunkin' Donuts never going to taste the same again.